I think the fans have kind of turned in a positive way on Denny. I have, at least. It's his 61st win now, which puts him into sole possession of 10th all time as far as all time wins. And Denny Hamlin is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I just think if I'm him, tell me what you think about this. If I'm him, whenever I win the championship, whether it's this year or the next couple of years, I'm retiring right then and right there.
Yeah, just that Monday, I'm out. It's good for him. And then another like note I have on here necessarily is
Yeah.
that Toyota has won the first four of the first five races of the season, three of which coming from um Tyler Reddick, and then the other one coming from Denny Hamlin.
Yeah,
So,
those stats are what they are, but they're a little skewed. You know, you got one driver that won the first three races, but that's at the same time that's not easy. As you know,
mhm,
that's the first time in the history of NASCAR
in the
that has
78 years.
ever happened. Yeah, Toyota's off to a fantastic start. You know,
Hmm.
they've almost swept, with the exception of Blaney at Phoenix. They have they've swept the year. You know, what's crazy is here we are going into the fifth race of the year, and Chevrolet, does not have a win yet. Let me ask you this question. It's not even on the notes. What is your feeling about Chevy? Because outside of Hendrick, um, what is your feeling about Chevy? RCR not running great. Spire not running well.
Hmm.
Um, Trackhouse not running very
And
well.
now
Colleague,
there's right now a rivalry sort of brewing between Trackhouse and Spire, between Suarez and
mm,
Chastain, after what happened at the end of the Vegas race. So that the lower Chevys are starting to have a rough time at it, and it doesn't help that Hendrick is off to a insanely slow start,
yeah,
with Bowman being in three out of the five races, Byron disappearing off the face of the earth, Chase Elliott kind of being there, and then Larson as well, just kind of being there because it's Larson at the end of the day.
yeah, and I know we can't, but if you take out Hendrick, I know we can't. But Hendrick is almost like the ringer, you know. You've got Chase Elliott dropping one spot to fifth in the points now. You've got Byron up to eighth. You've got Larson up to seventh. Um, Jerry, I'm looking for the next Chevy. The next Chevy is 14th.
Yeah, so if you take away Hendrick, it's the first Chevy's Michael McDowell at 14th.
Yeah, they actually hold 14 through 18. I guess Michael McDowell's. Does that still front row? Because I know they swapped to Spire. Excuse me, Spire. So yeah, you have Spire, literally, you know, back to back to back to back. There, you've got McDowell, Hocevar, you've got Trackhouse and Shane, Spire, Suarez, Colleague, Allmendinger, and then all the way back in 20, Ross Chastain for Trackhouse, 22, Bush, RCR, 24th, Dillon, RCR.
And then 33 through 36 of full-time runners. The
Yep.
last four in full-time runners are all Chevy,
Mm-hmm.
of Cody Ware, Cole Custer, Connor Zilich, and Alex Bowman.
Yeah. And Bowman dealing with his vertigo and health issues. Well, I don't know if he can make the playoffs this year because I'm not sure how the exemption works. It's not winning in anymore. And Bowman's already 232 points out of behind the leader, that is. So I hate that for him. But yeah, Jared, Toyota, like you said, off to a great start.
Yeah, and 2311 are back as 1 and 2 right now,
Yeah.
with how Bubba Wallace has been driving. But this week might be a week for Chevy because Darlington's up next. I know Larson normally runs well there. Byron runs well there. But Toyota's also run well there too. So
Denny is fantastic at that racetrack.
Briscoe's won the last two there.
Yeah, Briscoe's won there a couple times.